journey to become actually reinstated in his or her original or true life. Srila Rupa Goswami has given us 64 angas of devotional service, and they start with Guru Padashraya, taking shelter of a guru, and already the second anga or limb is Krishna Dikshadi Shikshanam, receiving initiation and learning how to perform bhakti. No? Please notice, it says Krishna Dikshadi, so it's the Diksha, the initiation, but Adi, something else is coming. Shikshanam, that is instructions that teach us how to perform bhakti. It's very interesting to note Rupa Goswami's thoughts on this. He then goes into Vishrambena Guru Seva, serving the Guru with respect, but then opens the forum. He says, Sadhu Vartma Anuvartanam, following the scriptural rules in the footsteps of acharyas, plural number, yeah? Acharyas, teachers, spiritual teacher, following the scriptural rules in the footsteps of acharyas. So, yes, we are encouraged to join a tradition, a spiritual culture. It is not limited to only one teacher, but there is the wealth of knowledge which is given by all the other teachers. Then he says something very interesting as the fifth point, Sadharma Pritya. We hear so many inspirations, but then we inquire from Guru, singular number, how to advance in Krishna consciousness. We want to see that our teaching really goes in one line and is not spotted and interrupted by teachings which may be good but do not fit by bringing the candidate to the desired goal, the service of Radha Krishna, Goloka, Vrindavan. So, yes, this is our tradition. My dear devotees, here in New York, I realize this. I realize that in New York it's very difficult to focus our mind. Ooh, there's what's up. A lot is what's up in New York. I notice and realize that in devotional gatherings also there is some unrest, but let this not be a train station atmosphere of coming and going. Please focus, it will be good for you. Good. So, initiation marks a process of a serious journey of purification and transformation. Of course, we have already gotten faith in the process of Krishna consciousness. In Rukmini's case, and even Prananath's case, it is from very young age on. Rukmini was born to very Krishna conscious parents. I have been their guest, I have eaten with them. I know Krishna is advancement in Krishna consciousness is their prime interest. Yes, but now with initiation, something special comes. We enter really into something a little bit intense. It's a process of transformation. The Hari Bhakti Vilas informs us that with accepting initiation in a bona fide sampradaya, even a person who is not gold-like in his heart, who is still impure, can actually become purified. And an example is given which all of us Europeans and also Indians do know. There are certain alchemical processes which can actually transform an impure or alloyed metal like this. This looks still quite nice. But, let us say lead or iron into pure gold. The alchemists of the past have shown this in very rare cases, by the way. But it works. There are such processes. They are known also to the people of India. Few people know. Most make money by working like anything for them. But so this is the analogy. You put something in this process, impure or normal metal, and it becomes the supreme pure metal, gold. So in the same way, by entering this process through Diksha, the Sanskrit word is Diksha, you enter actually into a process of spiritual transformation. What exactly means spiritual transformation? Let's be very clear here. Prabhupada says it means to make a conditioned soul who thinks so much in the concepts of my interests into a servant of Krishna who thinks, oh, Krishna needs to be glorified. Krishna needs to be served. We become, in other words, in the end, gold-like or pure devotees. Wonderful. This is very, very wonderful. Don't worry, coughing is natural when the tenseness releases. Water, you need water. This. However, my dear devotees, and especially the two who are getting initiation, this process of transformation takes place the whole lifetime. It is not just now. I had to learn it. My godbrothers had to learn it. It's relatively easy to get a spiritual name, which seems for some of our devotees the most important. Stop your talk. Let's hear the new name of Ruby. And we put it on Instagram and initiation is done. This is the easiest. It doesn't require any active participation of the one who is initiated. Oh, but that's really not the essence. It goes much further. I've written a note here on this. It's a bit more difficult to change your discussions. Who is very close to you, with whom you're really confiding your thing. It's even more difficult to change one's habits and lifestyle, like, dare I say it, waking up early in the morning for a spiritual practice. That is already a little bit more difficult than getting a spiritual name, no? But it is most difficult to take to the essence of spiritual life, that is to purify the heart and make it a gold-like heart. And that is only possible by, as the Haribhakti-Vilas says, a certain spiritual process. What is that spiritual process? For this question, let us go to an early article of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who describes in a way like I have personally never seen it so concise, short, and all in one place. 5 processes which are given in an initiation, so that this miraculous transformation of the heart into that of an eternal servant of Radha and Krishna can take place. These processes were given in old times. They are all there in the process, in the Krishna consciousness movement. Let us see how. The first is you get a tilak. It's called Urdhva Pundra in our case. Tilak means Urdhva Pundra, it means the road which leads upwards. That's one way to say it. The other is the temple of Lord Hari, who resides between these two lines on the head. Radha and Krishna line reside there so that they're properly worshipped as a tulsi leaf here. Gaudiya Tilak. You get this because you're now initiated in a certain lineage, a respectable sampradaya, line of teachers, yes, a school. Urdhva Pundra. Then some austerities are given. Tapas is the Sanskrit word. In our line we have the 4 rules and regulations. Why? If you do not follow these principles, which are called the regulative principles of freedom, you will remain bound to a material consciousness and a material life. Tapas is necessary. Ekadasi, following the Ekadasi Vrata. It helps us to become qualified for what comes then. Then Nama, the holy name, is given. Of course, we all are known as Hare Krishnas, so we chanted many hours before, but now with this holy name, a certain obligation is given. 16 rounds a day. And of all the instructions of the spiritual master, says Srila Prabhupada, his instructions to chant 16 rounds and listen, it continues, without offenses. You must learn how to do this properly, is the most important instruction. Yes? So the Naam is given, and in brackets, the tradition says, and also a spiritual name is given, but that is, it's not, sometimes we have to be sure that we don't make the brackets into the ultimate philosophy of life. The name is not everything. Then a mantra is given. This refers to Gayatri mantras, which are given today to our Prananath. And a yagya. In a simple way, yagya is a direct communication with the Lord. I think because of Vasudev's purity, we will see Krishna appearing in this fire. We will communicate with the Lord. But the point here is, in yagyas, this is given to human beings so that they make a direct connection to the deity whom they invoke. He may not appear, but I've seen yagyas where the goddesses are invoked and a zari is folded over them. After the goddess is quite temperamental, she will claim the zari with blazing flame. But the idea is, yes, communication. We do this in our tradition, not so much with yagyas on special occasions, and yagya is required, but in relating to the deity and communicating with him according to what we know. So yes, you have entered for a moment the alchemist, now that's difficult English word, alchemical laboratory of the Vedic tradition, where transformation is taking place, through 5 of these processes. They are all there in our Krishna conscious tradition, and I think you could see how they are there. The essence of this initiation is that the disciple is helped to engage in those activities that bring pleasure to Radha and Krishna. This is the real paradigm shift. Prabhupada would say that he is our everything. My motto is everything for Krishna, nothing for me. This is on a high level. Don't worry. We will not ask you to. I mean, you know what I want to see. That comes regularly as the heart is purified. But yes, this is the essence. I would like to come to the closure of these my words. I request of you who are taking these sacred vows today to take the serious. Initiation is not just a one-person situation where the Guru gives the beads, the names, and to pranana, the mantras and the instructions how to chant them. It requires willing cooperation, and as enthusiastic as this cooperation is, the quicker the results come. It is like a train. The train runs on 2 tracks, not on one. If there's only one track available, the train will not reach its destination. No? So the willing cooperation is required. Fine, and the blessings of the Vaishnavas. There are so many things to say, but time is New York time. So I will end here, but I will now request that we give a microphone to our Radha Jivan Prabhu, the glorious father of so many wonderful children. Do we have a wireless, or we can? You please take care of it. Or should we ask, if it's complicated, we can ask you maybe to stand there and take the mic. Yes, please make place for Radha Jivan. Would you be comfortable, Radha Jivan, to address everyone from there?
Yes.
Good. So you please. Oh no, we can extend the cable. You can remain where you are. Let's shorten the bay. We can even shorten the bay more. One moment. Yes. Now you have a lot.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. As a father, as parents of Rukmini Priya, I am very proud. It is the greatest wealth when parents, children, they take to devotional life, live by the restrictions mentioned in the scriptures, a pure life, and endeavor to go back home, back to Godhead, because in the scriptures very strong words are used for those children who do not take up to Krishna consciousness. They say that there is putra and mutra. Putra is a person who can deliver you from the hellish planets called Puth. And mutra is an ingredient that comes out from the same place, but yet it is completely useless. So despite the scriptures speaking so profoundly and strongly, due to the influence of Maya, we are not able to live by the instructions of scriptures. For the parents whose children are endeavoring to take shelter of great Vaishnava devotees of the process, it is the greatest achievement in the lives of the parents. The process of initiation is extremely important. I will mention a small story. In Maharashtra, there was a great devotee called Namadev. Namadev was the contemporary of Gyanadev, Vamadev. And Namadev was so advanced in Krishna consciousness that he would play with Krishna every day. Krishna would come to him and they would have pastimes together and play. One day Namadev told him that, my dear Lord, even though you're so kind to me that you come to me and play with me, talk to me, but you have never embraced me, and I want an embrace from you. And to that Krishna said, Namadev, I cannot embrace you because you don't have Guru. So Namadev said, is there still a need for Guru? I have come to the point where you are coming to me. He said, no, Guru is needed, even I have Guru. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you go to the nearby Shiva temple, and there will be an old person there, a Vaishnava, and you go take initiation from him, and then after that I can start to embrace you. So now they're okay. In the morning he took a bath, he went looking for his Guru, and there was this old person in the Shiva temple who was lying down on the floor, but his feet were on top of Shiva Linga. So Namdev said, what kind of person has Krishna recommended me? He does not even know that Lord Shiva is the Lord and he's putting his foot there. Anyway, he respected the decision of Krishna and he went and told him with some anger, said, what are you doing? Don't you have another place to put your foot? So his name was Vishobha Khechar, the person there, the old man, Vishobha Khechar. And Vishobha Khechar said, I am very old, so why don't you take my foot and put it somewhere where Lord Shiva is not there. So he took his foot and he placed it to the side and Shiva Linga grew right under his feet. And then he took another and another one and another one. And then he realized what a personality he was, and Krishna has recommended him to take initiation. So he said, okay, I accept you as my Guru, please initiate me. Now give me some instructions. And he said, this is the instruction. Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudhava. This is the foundation of our Krishna consciousness, is to see that Krishna is everywhere, he is in everything, in every situation, he actually is. And that is where we see duality. And that is where the Achintya Bhed Abhed Tattva, that Achintya has to become Chintya, that Tattva. So he gave him that instruction. When you start to see Krishna everywhere and everything, and in every situation, that is when you will become Krishna conscious. So this is the wonderful significance of initiation, and how deep and what a great gift it is that we are being connected to the entire Sampradaya. In the Vallabha Acharya Sampradaya, they call initiation with a wonderful name. It is called Brahma Sambandha. Brahma Sambandha. The Acharya, the Guru, is authorized by the entire Sampradaya to award Brahma Sambandha, to get Sambandha with Krishna, with Brahma. And this is what is happening today. There is also a wonderful story, a small one. Gopal Dev Acharya, he was an Acharya, a Guru, and a Bhagavad speaker in the Vallabha Sampradaya. No, in the Radha Vallabha Sampradaya. And he was giving Bhagavatam class at one time. And there was a thief who was running away from the police. There were kings and police. And he went and sat in the crowd of the Bhagavatam that was going on to hide from the police. Meanwhile, he heard a Siddhanta where the Acharya was saying that the minute a living entity takes initiation, his entire karma is burned and it is a brand new life. So after everybody left, he went to the Acharya and he said, I am actually a thief. Will you please initiate me because I want a new life. I am sick and tired of running away from the police. And he said, yes. And without any qualification, he initiated him. Soon afterwards, when he went out, he got caught by the police. He was taken to the king. And the king said, did you steal? And the merchant from whom he had stolen was also there. And he said, in this life I have not stolen. So the king said, I will put you to a test, whether you're telling the truth or not. And he put a leaf on his hand and a hot coal, and he said, you have to walk a certain distance. If neither the leaf or the hand burns, that means you are telling the truth. And that is exactly what happened. So he told the merchant, hang him. He's trying to blame some innocent person. So then the the thief, he said, please, this is the real story. I am the actual thief, don't hang him. But because I took initiation, it was my brand new life, and I was able to pass the test. So, Rukmini Priya, what an amazing thing. All your karma, all your past lives, millions of them, is all being eradicated in this process today here in New York City. So, it is something very profound, a great blessing that a person decides, or somehow or the other, comes in a situation where he takes shelter of the Guru. It is the Guru, his qualification, yes, his qualification is not so important as it is the Shraddha of the disciple. So please remember, your Shraddha is what is going to work in your advancement towards your Guru, not that your Guru's great qualification will work for you if you do not follow the instructions. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
For giving shelter. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Wow, thank you so much, Sharan. It's a very, we have our many years of sitting together, talking together, but I think, yes. See, we have to honor the parents. See these parents, they're such wonderful Vaishnavas. Very, very, thank you for coming. Thank you for saying what you said. Good. We have now, I wish my exalted godbrothers, I did not see you at Ruttama because I'm a little, I danced so much yesterday. All the devotees, please, and all the devotees, give your blessings to Rukmini. I will now request her to come and give her vows, and while you are there, please give her your blessing. The mint is, your blessings is like required to move forward. So, Rukmini's prayers, what are the 4 rules and regulations here? One moment. It is only 1 second. It is 1 second, please. Super. Very good. You remembered everything. So I'm giving you these beads. They have been offered to and received the blessings of various deities. Your good name will be Rukmini Chandrika.
Chandrika Devi ki.
You know, the name is just so wonderful, and she is a real Rukmini. We'll be calling her Durga Devi Dasi. Or I mean, I'm joking a little. Yeah. And I also feel I wish to respect very much the parents who have brought this up. And also, I know when she has another name, we all know her as Rukmini, and she is very beloved by so many Vaishnavas, they will never call her another name than Rukmini. So Chandika is an indication of the excellent qualities. I must say, I'm myself so moved that I don't remember at the moment exactly, but I have written it down, so I will tell you. It is sometimes the memory, when we get old and when we dance a lot, everything falls on the asphalt. Yes, Rukmini Chandrika. It is. I will call you by this name. Most probably you will be called Rukmini by the world. And also you have built up this wonderful reputation as an artist and are known as Rukmini. So it's good if you can go on with the service to bring everyone to pure emotions in Krishna consciousness. So yes. So now, all the devotees, please raise your hand, and as you raise your hand, I will say the name, and you have already mildly said Jai, but this is not sufficient as blessings. You please all go in your heart and give a good blessing to this wonderful devotees. Also Pranana, don't exclude Pranana. So go in your heart. Oops. We all know the path is a wonderful path. We will see on this path many times things which we could not foresee when we started the journey. But with Krishna's mercy, everything is, Vaishnava's mercy, everything is very easy to do. Let us all wish the best for these two wonderful souls. Rukmini Chandrika ki Prananath Prabhu ki Good. So now we will give over to Vasudev. Hare